Thank you. Welcome back to Nine World Chronicles. Today we're going to talk more about Kek. If you saw the recent video, I talked about Kauket, and these are two deities who are counterparts in the Ogdoad cosmology or the hmnw. And this cosmology began from Hermopolis. This is one of the oldest theories about how existence was created. These beings, who are the Ogdoad, were four pairs of male and female deity, represented by frog and snake heads, each representing a various aspect of creation. In this case, Kek and Kauket represented darkness. He was called he who is in darkness. She was called she who brings darkness. And their connection was in their duality. Now, this concept of Kauket and Ket and the entire Ogdoad was a concept that was adopted throughout all of Egypt, although it started in Hermopolis. But from the New Kingdom onward, it became a primary theology basing the creation. And it was said that these frogs and snakes, as these gods and goddesses were represented, actually translate to represent a binary code. And their vibrations are the first motions that created the being Atum, who would emerge from that. Now, these beings were worshipped all the way up until the Roman era in what would now become Egypt. And the kings or pharaohs would still make voyages every 10 years to show honor to these deities. And particularly Kauket and Ket, who were supposed to be buried together. Most of the time, he was depicted with the frog head and she was depicted with the snake head, but they were often shown in the guise of baboons standing before the rising sun. Their connection represented a duality. Again, him representing the male aspect, she representing the female aspect. If you want to know more about Kauket, I've done a recent video and I'll include the link on this. But the most interesting component of this ancient myth, at least when it comes to Kek, is that his modern representation. This is an ancient deity. This is one of the first of the Kemetic belief systems to emerge, right? One of their oldest stories. But recently there has emerged the Cult of Kek, also known as the Church of Kek, which is some said to be a satirical religion that is still based around the worship of this Kemetic deity, this androgynous god of darkness and chaos. Now, his role is that of someone who influenced the entire creation. And on 4chan, the character Pep the Frog is considered to be a modern avatar of this very, very ancient deity. And it's even been adopted by the American presidential candidate and twice impeached president, Donald Trump, who sees this as a symbol of his influence, his power on the universe. Elon Musk has also shown references to this. And they jokingly recall written statements of praise to Kek and refer to it as a religion of peace. But again, we see how modern mythology changes. From ancient times, these symbols still have influence. And trust me, outside cultures know these symbols, they embrace these symbols. So it is a imperative that we understand where these symbols come from, what their true meaning is, so that we can represent them accurately. Thank you again. As always, I ask you hit that like and subscribe. Click those notifications for the next videos I drop as I continue to make my way through the Ogdoad, or as they should be rightfully known, the hmnw.